Hello and welcome to another video in our Testing Tuesday series. Last week we talked all about DevOps and what DevOps is, and this week we're talking all about DevOps practices. So if you haven't seen last week's episode, go back and watch that because it's going to be useful for what we're doing here. So jumping straight in, the first practice of DevOps is actually continuous integration, and I've mapped that out in how that works. So we're going to start up in the top left, and our developers are going to be merging into master. From there, they're going to trigger a build, and that's going to trigger a build in the continuous integration server. The continuous integration server is then going to run that build. Upon a failure, we're going to go back and alert everyone in master that there has been a failure, and they're going to go ahead and refactor the code again. From there, we're going to re-trigger the build, rerun the build, and then we can set it passed. Then we run on to tests, and again, we're going to say the test failed, alert everyone back in master again, they can refactor the code, we'll start again. We're going to head and go in, we're going to run the build, we're going to run the test, and then we're going to pass. The point of this is that you test first and you test often. It's about shifting the testing left in the process as well, and we can speed up the whole life cycle. When we're talking about the tests in this environment, we're talking about unit tests, something that's easy to automate. When you want to go into more of, say, UAT tests, that's when you're going to move on to a CD. So CD is either continuous development or continuous deployment, and there's a difference between them. So continuous development still has this whole automated process from CI with code done, unit tests and integration, that's all automated. But then when we get to acceptance tests and deploying to production, that's still a very manual process. So last week when we talked about DevOps, we talked about an infinity loop and having that run quickly, but right in the middle we had a push button, and that's where everyone agrees that you're ready to push that to production and when you're going to push that. Now that's this manual process, that's what we're referring to here, that push button effect. But then with continuous deployment, we actually automate that part. So again, much like continuous development, we automate the CI part, code done, unit test, integration, and then with acceptance test and push into production, we automate that part as well. So we say upon all of our tests have passed, then we're going to push straight away to production. We're not going to have that manual part. And companies that do that, sort of the Googles, the Amazons, they do that. They release hourly, weekly, daily. They release very quickly and they take on this continuous deployment model. So thank you for watching this video on the DevOps practices, and we'll see you next time.